Hello students and friends, welcome to this class of determinant, finding the determinant of a 4 by 4 matrix. I've got an example here. Of course it is a 4 rows, 4 columns, and quickly to the solution. What we normally do, we reduce the 4 by 4 matrix into a 3 by 3 matrix, as you can see here. So I've just picked on one and it became the first multiple, shielded the row and shielded the column to obtain the 3 by 3 matrix. That's 6, 7, 8, 2, 1, 5 and 0, 1, 2. Here it is. Remember there is the negative sign and 2 as our second element. It becomes the multiple. We shield the row and the column. We are going to have 5, 3, 1, 7, 1, 1, 8, 5, 2. Again, we move on to now the third element, that is now 3. And remember the positive sign here it is. So 3, we are now, when you shield this and this, you shall have 5, 6, 3, 2, 1, 0, 8, 5, 2. Here it is. Then we move on to get now the last element, which is 4. Remember the negative sign. And 4, our multiple. So when you shield this, the first row and the last column shall obtain 5, 6, 7, 3, 2, 1, 1, 0, 1. Then when you move on, now what we are going to do at the second step is to just now ensure that we are dealing with each 3 by 3 matrix that we've reduced from the 4 by 4 matrix initially. So this one being our first matrix here, we are going to do it to deal with it at the first point, whereby we are going to have 1 as the main multiple and then obtain 6 as now the minor multiple, and then shield to obtain 1, 5, 1, 2. We move on. Remember the negative sign 7. We shield and shield the column. Then we shall have 2, 0, 5, 2. Move on. Remember the positive sign. We shield and shield to have now 2, 1 and 0, 1. Here it is. We move on just to get now the determinant in the normal way, the way we get the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. So what we do, that's 1 times 2, 2. Then 2 minus 5, we'll get 3. So 3 times 6, that is negative 18. Of course here it is negative 3. We move on again, there is negative 7. That is 2 times 2, 4. 4 minus 0, it is 4 times negative 7, negative 28. Then plus, that is 2 times 1, 2, minus 0, that is times 8, 16. When you add, you get negative 30. Then from there, we move on to now get now the second matrix with the multiple negative 2. Then we've got 5, 7, 8, 3, 1, 5, 1, 1, 2. What you do, negative 2 becomes the main multiple. We've got 5, 5. When you shield this and this, 1, 5, 1, 2 will be extracted. We move on to 7. When you shield this and this, 3, 1, 5, 2 will be extracted. Remember, when we are moving to the second element, the sign theory is being considered. Then we are moving on again to the last element, which is 8. When you shield this and this, you shall obtain 3, 1, 1, 1. So of course, there is negative 2. There is negative 15. Of course, when you do that, is 1 times 2 minus 5. That is negative 3 times 5. That is 15, I mean. Then negative 15. We are having also 3 times 2, 6 minus 5. There is 1. And of course, 1 times negative 7, that is negative 7. Then 3 times 1, that is 3. Minus 1, 1, that is 2. Then you get 8 times 2, 16. So when you do it, you get, that is a negative multiplied by a negative, you get 12. We move on again to now the third matrix. It had positive 3 as its multiple. So we are shielding 5, I mean the column on which 5 belongs, and the row on which 5 belongs. We shall have 2, 5, 0, 2. Of course, after picking the 5 as the multiple, that's why we shielded this. We move on again, considering the negative sign, 6. We shield it, and the second column, we are going to have 3, 1, 5, 2. Here it is. We are remembering again the positive sign with 8. So we shield this, and this shall have 3, 2, 1, 0. And now here we move on again to get the determinant. So it is 2 times 2, 4. 4 minus 0, of course, it is 4 times 5, 20. We are having minus 6. 3 times 2, it is 6. 6 minus 5, 1 times negative 6, you get negative 6. We are having again 3 times 0, 0. 0 minus 2, of course, it is negative 2 times 8, negative 16. When you add up this, you get negative 2. Negative 2 times positive 3, that is negative 6. We move on to the last matrix, whereby we are having now negative 4, that is 5, 6, 7, the 3, 2, 1, 1, 0, 1. So with the negative 4, we are picking on 5, shielding the column, shielding the row in a respective manner. 2, 1, 0, 1 will be extracted. We move on to negative 6. When you shield this and this, you'll obtain 3, 1, 1, 1. You move on to now positive 7. Of course, considering the signs, you place these ones. When you shield, I mean, you'll have 3, 2, 1, 0. Here it is. You move on to get the determinant of the 2 by 2 matrix. That's 2 by 1, 2 minus 0, of course, it is 2 times 5, 10. Then 3 times 1, 3 minus 1, 2 times 6, negative 12. Of course, there is a negative. Then you move on 3 times 0, 0, 0 minus 2, negative 2 times 7, you get negative 14. When you carry out this kind of subtraction, you get, that is 16. Of course, that is 10 minus 12, you get negative 2, negative 2, negative 14, negative 16. And negative 16 by negative 4, you'll get 64. So lastly, now the last step after doing all those steps, we move on now, add the determinants of each 3 by 3 matrix to get the determinant of the 4 by 4 matrix. So at first, as you can see here, we got our determinant as negative 30. So we pick negative 30 plus 12 here, then plus negative 6, then plus 64 lastly. So that's what exactly I did here, negative 30 plus 12, negative 6, then plus 64. I obtained 40 as the determinant of a 4 by 4 matrix. If at all you've not understood, you can still move on and stop at any particular point where you've not understood, and even go on and try more examples on your own. Have a blessed day.